cohort 18-19. And just to give you a little bit of background on my previous experience to the MBA, I'm coming from a sports management background, and most of my working experience of a couple of years was centered around sports marketing and communication for Adidas or for Volkswagen. But what I really wanted to do also during that time is to enroll into trainee programs because of the variety and of the rotational aspects and the steep learning curves. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to join the Global MBA, to put me on the radar for the big corporates who are offering these programs. And at the end of the MBA in November, I was flying to Germany a few times to assessment centers, and eventually one converted at Lufthansa. So basically on the day of graduation, I got the job, or at least the job offer and the call there. So that was just perfect timing, and everything was going smooth. I went to Hawaii, have a nice time, because I thought the program was going to start in a couple of months. And then it was supposed to start April 1st, end of March, pandemic full on hit aviation industry, and the program got canceled, 3 days prior to start, which of course was at the point kind of already expected, to be really honest, because, the news were full of, aviation going down, and I was kind of expecting it, but still a little stressful for sure. Anyway, it put me back on the job market, and still wanted to have the kind of same exposure jobs, but this time in a more forward-oriented position and also industry. So I went into, at the end, I went into innovation, digitalization, and entrepreneurship, and specifically at a Munich-based digital company builder or digital venture builder called Bitrock Digital Partners. And there I am a venture architect now. And what I do is all about building and scaling digital business models. This can be for corporates. This can also be for our own internal assets. And it's basically right on the intersection of strategic management consulting and also entrepreneurship. So a lot of our colleagues have, founded themselves or have been at the big four consultancies in the world. And my tasks are basically everything you would imagine to be what a founder does or what a mini CEO does. So I analyze markets, I build financial models, I design and validate business ideas for potential customers. And if it's successful, we found these new ventures, we manage these new ventures, we manage the stakeholders and also the investors, of course. So it's more really a variety of things that we're doing there, and no project is the same. Sometimes you stick with a new venture for a while, sometimes it's only a new product that gets developed. So, there's not really that one blueprint. And that's actually the fun part of it. I really enjoy, the variety and the flexibility of my job. The really young team, cool people around me, and it's a lot of fun. And I was also thinking about how the Global MBA and the skills obtained in the Global MBA helped me today, basically. And what I wanted to do is highlight two things. And the first one really is the solution orientation and the flexibility. To go a little bit more into detail, being able to look and come up with solutions on your own is very highly appreciated in the work context. And prior to the MBA, I was more on the perfectionist side of things, more on the critical challenger kind of things in group works. I'm sure you guys all can relate, and you have those annoying Germans in your groups as well, always trying to push you to the next level. But the Global MBA really taught me that, finding the solution is a lot more important. And it taught me to be pragmatic, how to prioritize my time and my energy efficiently, and to look above and beyond potential blockers. So I can only say not to be too critical with your work, your ideas, or your coworker ideas. That's even worse. And this will get you very recognized in the workplace. It will make you get recognized as a flexible person, as an easy to work person, and very proactive. And that's what I think it's all about. And the second thing I wanted to highlight is really the self-reflectiveness and awareness, adaptability kind of point, where being more self-reflective and being able to take new perspectives about oneself, but also about topics, of course, about challenges, is very, very common, of course, in the workplace. And in the Global MBA, we come in contact with so many people from different backgrounds, but not only cultural backgrounds, but also nationalities, functions, you name it. And of course, this is the same in the work world. And take these opportunities that the Global MBA holds, basically. And this is just a unique setup where you can learn about how you are perceived by others. and how you can maybe adjust to a certain situation in a specific group or project or whatever it might be, to kind of understand how are you perceived and maybe what is also necessary for the group to be successful. And if you really want to achieve something later, I think a lot is about building trust, and being able to build trust really starts with being empathetic and trying to understand the other person and also how you are perceived by that person. So in order to work efficiently, this is really, you know, some key takeaway, key learning from the Global MBA that really helped me to do good now at what I'm doing, and also to enjoy myself in the workplace. And yeah, if anyone is, you know, interested in what I'm doing now, we're always looking for cool young people that are, you know, motivated to do things. Reach out to me via LinkedIn or my email. Of course, we're growing fast, always need good educated people, but more importantly, nice humans, easy to be around, and with a high emotional intelligence. Thanks, guys.